Fear is my ally. We prepare ourselves for another day of disappointing. I have arisen. Hello, everyone. How you guys doing again? Is day 2 of the celebration. We've gotten a new few announcements since our last stream, and we're gonna go over them. We are gonna go over them. We're gonna go over them in detail. Oh, detail. What was you seen Wayne World? Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, where the hell? Let me get my phone here. I have a new microphone, so I sound more clear. Since I know, yes, artifacts, a nice Plagueis profile picture. We are going to talk about the mall show. And we are going to do an open panel near the end of today's segment. So prepare yourselves. You will need to be in the Discord and validated by me. Chris Schober. I have seen both of those. We can't show The Mandalorian and Grogu because it is, as you say, copyrightable. I did go over that yesterday. Let me see here. For some reason, I can hear myself. That's very annoying. Ugh. I must admit, the trailer does look good. Yes, there's some goodness to it. But that's not the point we're going to be talking about. We are going to be talking about celebration. All right, let me bring up celebration. So exciting. What new announcements are we going to hear?
Feeling that love right here on the floor. Look at the smiles. I know you're smiling right here. You're smiling so much we're keeping it undercover. I love it. What's your name?
Kangnuan.
Kangnuan.
We got to talk about Fortnite. We do like Fortnite here. 2 Everest streams. Am I doing 2 streams at the same time? Let me see. No, it's not true. No. 2 Everest streams. Oh, I think. Get a load of Star Wars Pokemon over here. In a row. I think she's Dark Talon. It makes perfect sense why. I'll get into that in a moment.
So with this new microphone, I do have one issue. I can hear myself, and it's really distracting. Let me see if I can fix that. Do. Can I fix myself so I don't have to hear myself?
You couldn't have said it any better, because why wait anymore? We're gonna go forward and bring so much action to you here live this Saturday at Star Wars Celebration. Ladies, back to you.
Let me see. They just swapped Darth Maul's gender. Diversity. All right, let me stop the music here. All right, I'm gonna invite my co-host and see if he'll join again.
Very casual. So crazy. Getting to sit down with Godzilla -1's director, Takashi Yamazaki.
So great. Takashi Yamazaki. Yeah. So great that we didn't get any subtitles for that whole conversation.
And listen, I know you all might even know who Raina's favorite interview was. Yeah. You know what? Favorite moment of yesterday.
All right, I can't listen to these. A recap of yesterday. We got some new announcements. Yesterday they announced the Ryan Gosling X-Wing movie. Yay, I guess. Then they announced that they once again assured people, "Oh, the movies we announced, they're still in development." I don't believe it. Neither does my co-host, who's not here right now. Hopefully he'll join us soon. Shit, I gotta download all the software. Mic feedback. All right, let me see. Literally me in Star Wars. Yes. You and that person over there and that person over there.
Yes.
And one more time. And
Andor. Yay.
All right, let's join Tony Gilroy and Diego Luna as they talk all things Cassian Andor.
Yay. Woo.
With season one, I wasn't sure what was possible, And then when audiences reacted positively and people started talking about the show, I was like, this is special, One very important piece of the equation is that we're talking Star Wars and people care.
Reaction to
Is the crowd quiet? It's just dead. I guess all the hype was last night with the Maul trailer. We'll talk about that soon. I'm just trying to fix my microphone. In the meantime, we'll just watch this trailer that, this recap of Andor. They're already talking about Ahsoka. They've already announced Ahsoka season 2. The panel's today. So they're going to be talking about Ahsoka later today. I don't know if I'll stay up for that, but we'll see.
I burned my decency for someone else's future.
I burned for my decency for someone else. A sunrise I will never see. He's a good actor. He was pretty good in Doom. Everything. Andor. Some people call it Andor. I don't think it's boring.
DJ 太郎さんとサッシャさんをお迎えしましょう。
All right, everybody, good
Celebration.
Second season of Andor and Star Wars Story.
I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And we just started streaming on Disney Plus on April 22nd.
Yeah, Star Wars fans from Japan. 日本からの人。
日本からの人いますか? From Japan.
Who's from overseas?
Yeah. Whoa.
Damn it. That's not the right.
Okay.
Yes, we on
Log
go.
attacked.
Now we have some special guests.
Headset software.
More about the
I'm getting. I hate this.
welcome. Executive producer
Okay,
and creator
got to download another program.
of Star Wars Story, Tony Gilroy.
Yeah.
Jody Gilroy.
Executive producer and Cassian Andor himself, Diego Luna. Executive producer, Santa Wallenberg.
Ugh.
And stars, Genevieve O'Reilly,
Yeah.
Adria Arjona, Denise Goff,
Yeah.
Yawn.
Kyle Soller, and Alan Tudyk. All right, have a seat, please.
Wow. It's amazing, huh?
Would you like to sit down, please?
I don't know if I could sit down and watch this. Let's watch some. I know something did come up. We'll talk about this. We'll do a reaction. All right, let's talk about this before we talk about the Darth Maul stuff. Cool, I guess. Yeah, it's cool. Won't say I Testing 1, 2, 3. They go coming in good, right? Damn, fuck. All right, there you go. That was a good fan film. I was just putting on it while I fixed it. Let's go back to Celebration. On Theory's fan film, I guess that's what money can buy, but
Like we've
money
been
can buy a lot of
sitting on a
things.
little bit of a diamond,
Um,
and we can't wait
but
to
I'm
share
glad
it.
he's getting it out finally.
Hopefully you like it.
So,
Um,
but hello to the chat. I was trying to fix an issue with my
I
microphone.
think for
I think I fixed it now,
Non
so
Magma,
we are good. We are good.
we start somewhere where Sana was talking about.
Let's talk about the real. Let's talk about the real news. So, let's go to Reddit. So, I'm not gonna play the trailer. We need to talk about the news that no one expected. The Darth Maul show. Darth Maul, Shadow Lord. And my thoughts on it and what it entails and what I think is going to happen. So, Filoni is back, and we've got the Bad Batch, the Mid Batch. As I wasn't really enthralled with that show, but it did. It was trying to build up what Disney's version of Nightfall was, or After the Empire, the Dark Times, whatever. I think for the most part, it was okay, but I also think most of the show was filler and just a fill-in for the Clone Wars. Now that Filoni was back in the kind of just the fill-in, and it looks like Fall's going to invite both Inquisitors and Jedi, since noticeably fight someone with a blue lightsaber. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I have some reservations about this idea. Maul has been overused. He was Maul with Maul. I don't I think he's been both underused and overused at the same time. It's hard to describe, and it's not even a balanced act. I think for one, I don't think he needs to be in Rebels. I don't know why he was in the Rebels show. Uh, and then he dies on that show. They basically finish off his arc. Um, for the most part, I thought he was underutilized, but I also think he didn't need to be in that show. Just my opinion. Um, with with the Clone Wars, I think what they did with the Clone Wars was that he I think his role in the Clone Wars overall was very good. Them not doing Sons of Dathomir and relegating it to they didn't do that season that was meant for the same with Darth Disciple. It was meant to be in the later season of what happened. Kind of upsetting, and I would have liked Sam Witwer's dub. Sam Witwer or uh, Maul and Dooku finally encountering each other. Uh, fortunately, you can watch some comic dubs about that. Fortunately, you can watch some comic dubs about that. But I would like to have seen that. Same with Darth Disciple. I think Darth Disciple is a little more important than Sons of Dathomir. But yeah, Vader's overused. Hey, okay, hope as well. Thank you, Vor. Yeah, everything's good. Uh, everything is well. Vader's overused, really. Vader, Vader. I think when they use him, they don't like. Vader is the most popular Star Wars character. That being said, I when it comes to Vader, we usually see him. If we want more about him in the canon, it's usually just the books and novels. Well, now we have another Vader novel coming out, the canon version of after Revenge of the Sith, Master of Evil. I've talked about that last time. But here's the real interesting thing about this show, and I swear I've talked with people about this, but with Maul, they had one of the things I always wanted to see was what they were going to do with Maul. In they introduced him in Solo back in live action, which I thought was like out of nowhere, but kind of cool. He's the one running the criminal organizations, and they like say these criminal organizations are evil. You know, there's a lot of inspiration from his Sith upbringing in the design of the Crimson Dawn. And I thought that Han Solo's ex girlfriend, Kira, she was his apprentice. I liked this idea. I think a lot of people agree that kind of sounds cool. And that she wasn't just like a crime lord, she was his underling, his protege during this time. I thought that was cool. I did think that was cool. That's not the case now that we have Maul Shadow Lord. They have decided to bring a new character. They haven't said her name, but it's clear. I feel like it is clear who this character is supposed to be. Now, there's been two things with Darth Maul, and that is Darth Talon from the Darth Crate. Remember Darth Crate storylines and all that? Darth Talon was a Sith Twi'lek, blah blah blah. She had tattoos. I'm not very versed in that area of the story with her and Darth Crate, but she was a major player in George Lucas's sequel trilogy plans, and plus she was also in a abandoned concept that I think would have tied into what he wanted, called a Battle of the Sith Lords, which was a canceled Darth Maul video game. But George Lucas had always intended to tie in this Darth Talon with Darth Maul. He wanted Darth Maul to be the villain. I think as time went on, I think George Lucas was beginning to grow fond of Darth Maul. And I would actually say I credit that to Sam Witwer. I think maybe that Sam Witwer's portrayal of Darth Maul peaked near the end of the Star Wars run, his portrayal of Darth Maul piqued overall George Lucas's interest in bringing back just Maul in general and making Maul a major player in what was going to be a sequel trilogy or whatnot. He thought I was going to get one, so. But this Darth Talon, I think the idea that Darth Talon was the underling of Darth Maul visually makes sense. But in this day and age where we take specific EU characters like Plagueis, Thrawn, little did we haven't done Mara Jade yet, but it's rumored. I don't think it's going to happen, but it's a rumor. Of all the characters they did, they decided to go ahead and do the Darth Maul, Darth Talon. Yes. No, this the idea of Darth Talon, it's not just that. The idea of Darth Talon and Darth Maul is actually from George Lucas's canceled sequel trilogy. It was actually his idea. So I think it's more likely more from the George Lucas than the video game. But that dynamic has always been there. So in this trailer, which I can't show because I would get copyright struck, we do see, and I actually think I could get an image of this character. We see he has a new sidekick, a young Twi'lek who is red. And I think this is Darth Talon. It could be a new character or it could be inspired by Darth Talon, but I think it makes sense that if they're going to go that route, it's going to be Darth Talon. And a lot of people thought she looked pink. Some people thought she looked red. We'll have to see. Some people think she's blue because of the lighting in the trailer. Sam Witwer, listen, I will say the best thing from this will be Sam Witwer giving it his all. Sam Witwer finally gets his own series of Maul. Maul isn't a side character, he's the main character. I like one of the best things about classic EU Star Wars has been Darth Maul stories with Darth Maul Shadowhunter. Of course, that's Phantom Menace, where he's more of a assassin type Jedi, and he's quiet, you know. But now we're getting the crime lord. This is what happened to Maul after the Clone Wars season finale. I'm not too on to this, but with the recent track record Dave Filoni has, I don't know if I have much faith. The last thing I would want the show to be is middling, and just them. Here's my worst fear with the Small Shadow Lord show, and it actually is about Darth Talon. Hear me out now. Hear me out very closely, everyone. Come. Here it is with this show that I'm a little worried about. I wish I had my co-host with me. I sent him the link, but with the sequel, the Rey movie coming out, the sequel to the sequel trilogy, no one gives a shit about, and maybe this Starfighter movie, it actually beckons the question of why we're getting Darth Talon all of a sudden in the canon. I have a hypothesis, and this will take a few years for this hypothesis to come true. And I talked with people like Sonam, who voices Maul, about it too. I think, for the most part, is this Darth Talon character, this Maul show, its entire purpose is to build up this Darth Talon character so she's the main villain in the Rey movie. That's my hypothesis. And then when people actually go to see the Rey movie and Darth Talon's in there, they'll equate this show rather than it's basically a build up, a soft build up to find a villain. I think they are going to have Darth Talon. We don't know what's going to happen in this show with Darth Talon. She could get killed. You know, I could be wrong. But I have this gut feeling that Darth Talon is the villain in the Rey movie. And as an excuse to build her up, they need to do the Darth Maul show and have her connected to Maul in some way. Now, we'll have to see if this happens, but this is my theory for now. I personally think if that's the case and she is the villain in the Rey movie, I think the show is going to just be disingenuous and just kind of just force Darth Talon's forced to be made. But if this is going to be more natural and just like an idea, like, oh, what if Darth Talon was Darth Maul's apprentice? Someone said that in the, you know, we will have to see. But I'm kind of disappointed that Darth Talon was brought from canon because the idea of Kira, I would take this concept, the whole Crimson Dawn thing, then apply it to the Kira character from Solo. I think that makes more sense. Maul found a sewer rat, or basically a rat from Corellia, a thief, and he raised her to be his apprentice. He molded her into becoming the ultimate ruthless crime lord. Not only is she a crime lord, but she is a deadly killer. And she has I mean, we've seen her in Solo. She had his she had his moveset. Kira made more sense, but now we're getting Darth Talon, which is interesting, and I'm not fully opposed to it, but I think there is a bigger picture here I'm not seeing. And for the most part, I'm glad we're getting a Maul show, but I need to see it. So at least compared to the live action stuff, which I don't give a damn about, Ajoka season 2 is coming. Andor season 2 will be okay for the most part creatively. But they have said that the Rey movie's gonna still be there, and all this other shit is gonna be there too. All the people, the Taika Waititi film still in development. I just don't believe it. Maul Shao Lord show is something I've been hoping. Yeah. One sec. They continued Kira's story. I don't I feel like that's just a that's not a natural story conclusion. That's like, oh, we introduced this character, we'll just bring her back for the comics. That they've done that before with some. I just don't like as a storyteller, and I'm sure some people would agree. Does it make sense that she would be more affiliated with Maul as her like his apprentice? I don't care. And she was also in Star Wars Boar Laws, which, well, self-explanatory. Oh yeah, she helped. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I didn't read the whole. Yeah. Oh yeah. How does one keep up with Darth Vader? Stretching it. No, he wanted them for the sequel trilogy. We will go one day. Someday we will go and read. We'll read the outlines and everything for the sequel trilogy. I'm sure if River was here, I'm sure he would say Episode 8 is what George Lucas was wanted. I'm sure he would say that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree. I agree. Artifacts. I think killing off Maul. I think Dave Filoni he regrets killing off Maul in Rebels because you could have still used Maul a little more. I think there's more potential for Maul to be used in that timeline. Any new books announced? There is. Let's go through it. There's a manga version of the Thrawn trilogy. Let me see. High Republic. No one cares about that. It's a dead IP. Let me see. Acolyte. This is just what is left of that series. I think after this, the High Republic's ending this season, and after this, this was already planned. This was being worked on probably during season one. I'm just gonna be blunt. I think the Acolyte and the High Republic is dead. It is done. We're not going back to that series. Let me see. Nice BTS books that I would like. We got a nice X-Wings comic, Legacy of Vader, another forced Kylo Ren series that I don't care about. Um, all right, here we go. One good thing out canon, they're giving this man the spotlight. I don't mind this. I like this man. Anyone like Jar Jar as a Jedi Knight? I do. We're getting I think we're getting a re-release of the manga version of. I'll have to do a comic dub of this sometime. Um, but that'd be cool if we had like a. There's a lot of good mangas. There's a Path of the Lightsaber. This one reminds me of Alita Battle Angel. That's cool. This one reminds me of Alita Battle Angel, the original Gundam, probably inspired. Oh, look at this art by Kenny Ruyuse. Is that a? Oh, that's not even a real. Oh, that's. Oh, I shouldn't call him a real. I shouldn't call him a real. I shouldn't be that rude, but whatever. Next one. We've already talked about this. This is of the Vader novel that they're doing. I will need to read this. I might look into doing it. So, I haven't. We need to see how deep it goes. If it, I don't know. It's not that interesting, but next one. Doug Chiang, The Star Wars Legacy. This one is great. I would love. I think I might buy. I might look into buying this. It has a lot of great artwork. There's the Acolyte art book. Yawn. Oh, it's not art book. Yeah, it's an art book. Oh, it's like you guys remember those eyewitness books where they had like all the characters. This is kind of giving me vibes of that. Like for the prequel books, I love those books. Is this the same company? Oh, and then they had cut throughs of the ships. Wow, Jedi Starfighter. Wow, they're putting the actual blueprints. Maz's castle. All right. Wow, they're actually. Hold on, hold on. The blueprints. All right, this might be good for people wanting to recreate the sets. All right, I might need to look into. Oh, Rip J.W. Rinsler, by the way, he passed away. And this is from Pablo Hadingas. Oh, this will be very. I think this will be very awesome to look at. Yesterday's stream was funnier than shit. Yes, it was. Is Master of Evil? No, it's not a Plagueis book. It's a Vader book. Puke acolyte. Blech! High Republic was a waste of air. I do agree. Killing off Maul was a big mistake. I wouldn't bring him back. They don't. They don't need to bring back characters. They should just keep them dead. Maybe the witches will resurrect Maul and Ahsoka. Maybe. It's a possibility. Sam Witwer's already playing the Son, allegedly, though. They're going to bring the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. We are getting more felonious slop. With Maul, I'm curious about what Maul is going to be about. I do agree about that with Ajoka, though. There's no redeeming Ajoka. Mm-hmm. I kind of liked him in later stuff. I thought he, I never thought he died though when he got cut in half. I always liked that. It looks like Celebration Day 2 is going to be uneventful. Unfortunately, I have some things to be doing soon, so this will be a shorter stream than today. I just wanted to recap on the Maul stuff. I had no problem with how Maul died, but I hate how it could have happened in the show. Because saved it for the last season. Yes, agreed. Is that one actress from Game of Thrones going to return? I forgot her name since she was in Solo. Amelia Clark. I think. Who played Kira in Star Wars Outlaws? I don't think she came back for that. Oh, it was a voice alike. Right now, she wasn't in. She was in the. She gave her likeness in the Outlaws game, but she didn't voice Kira. She was in the MCU slop show, The Secret Invasion, which is a pretty horrible show. She was in there. What a waste of an actress. Greetings, all. What crap did Disney roll out today? Not much. We're talking about the Darth Maul show that's coming out next year. To be honest, I am intrigued by it, so I'm not like gonna totally shit on it just yet. Um, Other than that, today we talked about there was some fan stuff I saw. Theories Vader 2 teaser, um, which should be cool. Uh, When the teasers show him, they will think. I think Maul hears Merrick and then Morgan. You think they're gonna bring back Ray Park to play? How? Hmm. Ahsoka season 2. Did they talk about Ahsoka season 2 yet? I don't think they started filming yet for Ahsoka. Oh, they're gonna start. Oh, they're filming it this week. They're filming Ahsoka this week. So we'll have to see if they bring back Maul. I don't think so, but if they do, I swear. I mean, it'll be good to see Ray Park again, though. They have to bring back Ray Park. They just have to bring back Ray Park. It makes no sense. He's the same age as Maul during this time, so and he's very buff. So, but I can hear it now. Darth Maul's fat. Shut up, bunch of losers. If they don't bring back Ray Park, that would be fucking insane. Well, he just needs to look how he looked in Solo. I think him being buffer and like I like the way he looked in Solo. You couldn't tell because I thought it was CGI, but that was actually him in Solo. Let me see. Here we go. So he was actually in the movie, but I thought it was CGI until like we saw the actual set photos, and that was actually him. And I think he looked good. I think for the most part he looked pretty good as this new version of Maul. Look at that. But we haven't seen him play it since, and I still think he can pull it off too. It just he wouldn't do the voice. It would be Sam Witwer. Him and Sam make a good combo. So look at that. Yeah. Still, I'm like, why do we need the? We'll see. It's too early to say if they're bringing back Darth Maul. But we at least we're getting a Maul show. Is next year going to be the year of Maul, where we get Maul in Ahsoka and Najoka, and then we get Maul in and then we get Maul in I really wanted this Hot Toys though. You can't buy this Hot Toys anywhere. Yo, if anyone has this Hot Toys, yo, send it my way. I want this Hot Toys so bad. I would even like the Phantom Menace Mall. So awesome. I'm so angry I didn't get this when I had the chance. I've never bought a Hot Toys figure. I could never afford one. I was gonna buy one last year. I wanted to buy the Vader. I think that one sold out though by now. I want the Revan Hot Toy. My Luke is still in my box. And then Morgan Elsbeth, the one that died. I don't know. That's if you need a deep voice character, my man, I got you. All right, Cheeto. I'll remember that. We got a lot of people that have deep voices though. But whenever we have a casting call, I'll be the one. I'll post it in the community post. What the hell are they doing?
Mr. Anthony Daniels.
Come on, no, come on with me, bud. Come on, time to put you on the archives.
What the hell are they
You're gonna be with
doing?
all the props. Help me. No, we're gonna keep you with the sabers. We're gonna keep you with the costumes. Come on over here to Oki. There you go. Oki made you a beautiful 3PO.
Copyright.
No. Just the plate. Yeah, bring that with you. What are you doing here? Anthony Daniels, everybody. I'm going to talk to security. Make sure you're on the do not allow list for next.
What is going on? What is this?
Better than this. Stay
I
tuned.
can't play it because it's got the Star Wars themes playing, but what the hell is this? Oh my god. What the fuck? So fucking strange. So fucking strange. Speaking of hot toys, here's this Anakin looks awesome.
At this extremely menacing and very gorgeous Anakin Skywalker statue. Denny Kim, can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Hello. My name is Saint Kim, and this is Splitway, and I'll talk about our. This was actually our first Star Wars series for our company, so it's very meaningful, and we have some gimmicks for it. First of all, it's a rooted hair, and all hand painted by our artist, and it has a moving eye gimmick, which it's a first proto, so we can't show you right now. Maybe next time online. And we have real leather.
Look at the hair,
Pretty much, it's
face.
called the Black Label.
This is the
because
ultimate
it's the
action
highest-
figure for all you
highest
expensive
quality of
people.
our brand.
He looks phenomenal. That's wonderful. Can you tell us a little bit more about the Star
All right, well, we're gonna.
Wars celebration?
Oh, I don't care about the Respawn Entertainment. I only care for the next Jedi Knight game. Is everyone else excited for that Star Wars Zero? Is it called Zero? I don't know. I only care for the next
Exclusives?
Jedi.
Actually, have two more new.
Ooh, oh, that's a great
It's
Ben
our first
Kenobi.
duo. It's the Obi-Wan Ben Kenobi from the episode 4. It's the copy of the scene where
Come,
he
little friend.
meets the Darth Vader for a long time. And the second one is from the Mandalorian, the Luke Skywalker, where he first appears to save the Grogu, and that's very exciting scene, right? So that's why we picked two of the statues.
Excellent choices. So, Denny, I know you have a little bit more to show us, and I know that it's a little bit cuter. Can you tell us more about the SML series?
Okay, SML series are a figure company called the Sticky Monster Lab from
Alright,
South
we'll
Korea.
stop there.
It was started.
We will stop there. That look is what I have. I like your profile picture. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it quits early. It's uneventful today, and so far, Star Wars Celebration has been a drag, literally. I'm intrigued by the mall show, but I haven't really been intrigued by anything else. And I don't really. So far, I'm busy today, so I can't really go through another 2 hours of this. So, what I will say, I'm not going to do a day 3, but we are going to go through. We're going to go through all the celebration on Friday, or today's Friday, not Friday, Monday, and what's on Monday? Monday the 21st. We're going to go through celebration sometime this week, Sunday, Monday, one of those days, and yeah, we're gonna cover what happened on day 3, and I'm gonna give my opinion. So far, not too harsh on the Darth Maul series, but I haven't really been excited at all. Star Wars is just at a low point right now, and this convention hasn't made me excited in the slightest. So, but leave a comment, and has it made you excited? That's what I want to hear. So leave a comment and remember to like, subscribe, and whatnot. Y'all have a great night. Bazinga. Bazinga.